Okay, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit and help you review on what we talked about with acceleration. Remember that acceleration is going to be the change in speed over the time that it takes to reach that change. It can also be, with acceleration, it can also be the change in velocity over the change in time. Remember, the main difference is if we're talking about velocity, we have a direction. If we're talking about speed, we do not. Both are going to be rates of distance over time. So let's say that I have, well, let me back up. With the change, remember, change means difference. So we're looking at the difference in the initial speed and the final speed. So what I mean by that is, let's say we have somebody on a bicycle, right? Say this is a bicycle, my wonderful picture here. And let's say they're already traveling at a speed of 10 meters per second. Again, this is the speed they are originally at. Well, let's say all of a sudden they decide they want to speed up. And so they begin to increase their speed until they hit their next constant speed of 40 meters per second. So this period of time here where they were increasing in their speed, where there was a change in speed, this is going to be the period of time that acceleration occurs. So the 10 meters per second, since this was the rate in which the acceleration started at, that is going to be our initial acceleration, or I'm sorry, our initial speed, because we were at 10 meters per second when the acceleration began to occur. When the acceleration has been completed, and now we have reached a constant speed of 40 meters per second, this is going to be our final speed. And with acceleration, what we're saying is it's the initial speed to the final speed, and the amount of time that it took for this change to occur. This would make our equation acceleration equals our final speed minus our initial speed divided by our time. So let's say it took this bicyclist 6 seconds to go from 10 meters per second to 40 meters per second. Well, our final speed in this is 40 meters per second. If I subtract our initial speed from here of 10 meters per second, and then I want to divide that by the time that it took, which was 6 seconds. That is going to give me a change, that's going to give me an acceleration, right? Because 40 minus 10 is going to give me 30 meters per second divided by my time of 6 seconds. So with that being the situation, then 30 meters per second divided by 6 seconds is going to give me an acceleration of 5 meters per second squared. And for the purposes of your answer on your quiz, okay, the answer gave you acceleration equaled 5 meters per second squared. On your quiz, in the answer, I would want you to write it as 5 meters per second, and then just put a 2 behind it. Okay, make sure your units are correct. Now, the only other scenario that you're going to have in this quiz is if the quiz doesn't give you the initial or final, but let's say you have a car and I tell you that the car reaches a speed, this car is at a stop sign, okay, and it reaches a speed of 25 miles per hour, okay, 25 miles per hour, and it takes, say, 4 seconds to reach that speed. Well, and I ask you, okay, what is the acceleration? Well, when you look at this, I haven't really indicated what the initial speed is. That's something that you have to kind of reason with. So you know that at the acceleration is occurring from here to here. Okay, that's when the acceleration is occurring. And it's occurring over a time of 4 seconds. So if my formula is acceleration equals the final speed minus the initial speed divided by the time, well, I should be able to reason that the final speed is 25 miles per hour. And let me erase this to give you more room. Okay, we said it was 4 seconds. All right, so and then the initial speed, because it was at a stop sign, my initial speed would have been 0 meters per second because I wasn't going. So even though the initial question may not give that to you, if you can reason that it was at a stop, then you should be able to reason that it was at 0 meters per second initially. And then I would divide that by my time, which was 4 seconds. And so I would have 25 miles per hour over 4 seconds. But where I kind of made an error is I should have said, let's say 25 meters per second. Okay, so if I said the car is 0 meters per second and it got to 25 meters per second. Okay, so just reason that portion of it. All right, that hopefully will help you on the acceleration quiz. Good luck.